that 3-day beard growth. Feel like that one line.
Oh my god, that was filming. Go! Hello, Rudy the Foodie.
What uppers?
Okay, wait, hold on.
I'm holding.
So I'm gonna try to do more filming of stuff that Rudy makes in the kitchen because a lot of you follow Rudy the Foodie and are always asking for his recipes, which he doesn't usually post. He just posts beautiful pictures that make you guys all want to come over for dinner. So on the days that he cooks, I'm gonna try to film him to give you guys some recipes.
Yep.
Cool.
Word. And the thing of why I don't normally post recipes either is that I don't follow recipes, nor do I know exactly what I'm going to cook as I'm cooking. Like tonight, I was thinking, at first I wanted to do a pasta fagioli, which is like a bean pasta soup Italian dish. And then as I was in the supermarket, I'm like, no, I want like a old school Mexican meat and vegetable soup. You know, so I couldn't decide. And then I saw really good lamb. It was just lamb boneless steaks. It had a lot of fat on it, good marbleization. So I said, I want fat in my soup. So now I'm back to my Mexican style soup. And I have no idea if I want to make it just lamb brothy Mexican vegetable soup, or if I want to go for what I love doing and get my guajillo dried chiles and make a chili lamb broth. I like this broth, so I'll let Gabriel decide. Gabriel, should I just do a lamb simple broth, or should I do the pozole type guajillo chile lamb broth?
How would you just do lamb broth with no vegetables?
That's not the question I asked you, bro. Chili or no chili? The world needs to know.
Let them eat chili.
Chili! Alright, we're doing chili.
And yes, our Christmas tree is still up.
And I want it to stay up, but whatever.
Did you know that we have Christmas trees since Easter's?
Since Easter's? Alright, so what I'm doing now is that before you throw just regular meat into a pot of water for your broth, I like to sear it first for a couple reasons. One, I like to let my meat get to room temperature so it doesn't get shocked and then just tenses up. And then two, I like to sear the meat before I put in the water because then it locks in all the juices and it doesn't spread all over the place. So, and again, I have no idea what I'm gonna put in this as far as spices and so forth. I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow and see what happens.
What'd you just put in the pot?
Oh, sorry, olive oil. And I'm using Nikki's leftover Bragg's organic olive oil.
From my liver cleanse.
Your liver cleanse.
The liver cleanse video is quite hilarious and is on the YouTube, so check it out.
Yep. So with the guajillo, I probably am gonna do like, they're not hot at all. I mean, if I use a chili, which I do not like spice at all, then you can put a lot. So guajillo is a very, 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 very mild, and I don't even use the seeds. So I'll probably put 4 of these bad boys in. Ooh, I hear my oil going, so I'm gonna toss these guys in. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum. So I'll get the lamb, cuties going, and then again with the chiles, I'm gonna chop off the stems, and then take out the seeds. And then I'm gonna wait till I put water in the pot, because what you wanna do with the dehydrated chilies is actually rehydrate them. So I put them in the hot water for just a couple minutes until they get nice and softened up. And then I'll throw them in the blender with some of the soup water, the broth, and make a chili broth, and then strain it so you don't get any of the leftover pieces of the chili in there. That's a biggie. So those guys are going nicely. I'll start chopping these guys. And if you leave seeds in it, who cares? Like I said, they're not hot, so it doesn't matter. The meat is going and getting nice and browned up.
The meat.
The meat?
I feel like I'm gonna get sprayed.
No, it's not that high. So yeah, I'm just kind of searing it on all sides. And then
I'm doing the quick version. I'm doing just like I'm hungry and I want these flavors right now. But if you really want it to be good, you can slow cook this soup for a long time. So many people have weight loss goals in life, you know, like 6 packs and running a marathon. Mine is just so that I don't jiggle when I peel potatoes.
Life goals.
Life goals right there. 6 pack, I already got a wife. I don't need to do that no more. All right, potatoes are peeled. Pouring some agua mineral, psych, tap water. You can put in alkaline water. I normally do, but I just filled up my alkaline water bottles and I don't feel like going to get more, so I'm stretching it out here. All right. Again, see, I'm not even measuring. I'm just filling it up until I feel like the pot is halfway full. Like, I'm not gonna say add 5 quarts of water to a stew pot. No, just water in. I'll adjust as it go. Water's in. I'm gonna turn the heat up to high to get it to a boil. And then at this moment, I'll go ahead and put my chilies in to start soaking. And put them in whole, don't chop them up. So that way you don't have to fish for them. You can just pull them out and put them in the blender when you're ready. All right, so now potatoes. I'm gonna do pretty large cuts. So I want like a rustic, chunky soup with my lamb. So now I'm just gonna add all of my potatoes.
I don't know why it scared me.
Don't be scared, Nikki, don't be scared.
This is why I stay out of the kitchen. Everything scares me.
So now the sweet potato. That sucker was big. As I have sweet potato and lamb, I am thinking of adding cloves powder. Like clove goes really, really good with lamb. And when I think of sweet potato, I think cinnamon, but I don't want cinnamon. So I'm gonna go with the cloves because it kind of smells similar to me. So just adding all these guys in. Then I have zucchinis. Nice and healthy for you. And again, I'm just gonna cut once lengthwise and just make half moons. Zucchini in. That's what Chef Gordon Ramsay says. Yes, zucchini in. And then this guy here, my dad loves this type of squash. It's called a chayote squash. And what I do is I just cut it into 4. I leave the skin on and everything. I leave it really chunky because in the soup, the way me and my dad have it, is we leave it like that. And it cooks all the way through in the soup. And then you actually just use your spoon, it's nice and tender, and you scoop it out and leave the skin in the soup. Then, I have some corn on the cobs. Look how fancy that packaging is. Like, oh, we're corn. Look how cute. I know you want corn tonight. I'm going to show you some kernels, but not all kernels because we're modest. That's dumb. They still left a part of the husk on, which means like they're still going to be stringy. It's like, just take it all off. If you're going to go to that much effort, get it off. But I bought it because this was the only corn that they had. I went to Albertsons. Ugh. I think I'm only going to use 2 out of this package. One because my pot's already filling up too fast, and these 2 could be left over to make some Mexican style corns for my family because they like that a lot. Then I'm going to just cut these guys. They're pretty small already. So I'm going to cut them in half. I like to make noises. Which at my work, there's this one little old Asian dude that I really like. And he makes the rice every day for all the 120 employees. And at the very top of the steps, he climbs up 2 flights of steps to get to the break room. And every single time he gets to the top, he goes, hiya, hiya. I love it. I don't know why he does it. And he stands like this, right on the love handles. Hiya. It's so cute. I like him. So now everybody's in the jacuzzi, nice and marinated. We're starting to get somewhat of a boil. And I'm probably going to cook this soup for about 25 minutes, just so everything's nice and tender. Again, the longer you cook it, the better the flavor is, especially if it has bone inside of the meat. But I'm hungry, and I just want all this goodness in my belly. So, I'm cooking it the fast way.
What?
All right, my chilies are starting to turn from dark red to a little more lighter red, which means they're getting closer to being done. Well, that's almost finishing. I'll let you know what spices I'm working with. I always add lemon in my soup. It adds a little bit of acidity. Get in there, girl.
Sorry.
And then, I know it's weird, but there's something about soy sauce and Mexican food that I just think goes well. So I do that. Then, Bragg's apple cider vinegar. My wife drinks it every day because it's like super healthy. But apple cider vinegar is like a really good Mexican ingredient. So I always add a little bit of that in my soup as well. So I know for sure I'm going to use those. I don't have any white onions or scallions in my soup, so I'm definitely going to use onion powder. You're not Mexican unless you cook with this stuff. California style McCormick's garlic salts. Have to use that. And then in a lot of soups you see them adding bay leaves, and then they take the bay leaves out. I don't know why they do that. I think it's supposed to make it flavorful or bay leaf flavor in your soup. I don't know. All I know is if I'm putting an ingredient in, I want it to stay in and I want it to just be in me. So I got this stuff. It's ground bay leaves. So I could add the flavor of bay leaves, but it's ground, so it's just gonna like absorb in the liquid. So I'll definitely put some of that in there. Black pepper, of course. Forgive me, this is so bad. I should be doing cracked black pepper or white pepper. I actually have 2 bags of them. I just don't have a grinder right now. So I'm going like nasty regular pepper, which gotta do what you gotta do. And then this here is the clove powder that I told you about earlier. And then cumin, I just like it. It's smoky. And it's a Mexican dish, so I think, you know what I want to add? I want to add my chipotle powder, so I'm going to come back over here.
I'm prepping my morning drink. Usually Rudy makes it in the morning, but he keeps forgetting random ingredients.
What happened today?
I put your oil. I
Did you
put
put
that.
the protein in?
Protein?
Yeah.
What protein?
The Great Lakes protein.
No, you never told me to put that in.
Yeah.
You lie. Oh, don't use your teeth. Don't ever do that, people. She's got little baby teeth.
That's why I have this chip.
Alright, and then this here, I love it. You need help? Alright, let's look for the perforation, right?
Ugh.
Right there, right there. So you gotta use that, not your teeth. See?
Babe, get your fingers out of your mouth.
Yeah, don't do what your mom does. Do as I say, not as I do.
Did you do your chore?
Oh, you did it? You did it? That makes it, my chore,
What was my chore? What is your chore supposed to be? Is the bathroom clean? Yeah. I just cleaned it.
oh, I know what your chore can
Like,
be. I know.
picked up?
I know. He didn't clean the giant mirror in the bathroom. You should do that.
Oh, okay.
So go clean the mirror.
And pick up your room.
Do it good.
Your room should be clean every day. I don't understand the problem.
Burn.
Parenting.
Burn. Gabriel, what do you say when somebody gets burned?
Roasted.
Roasted. Oh my gosh.
You roasted yourself.
Alright, there you go.
Thanks.
I got your back because I'm so buff.
Did I tell you guys I'm making my morning drink? Yeah, I
Yes,
think
you
I
did. And then you said I forgot stuff.
Yeah.
She never
No,
Anyways, I'm in the middle here.
I'm sorry.
I got
Anyway, this here is, I normally like paprika or something that's like that smoky chili but not burning your tongue off. I don't like spice at all. So this is a chipotle chili pepper powder stuff. It's amazing. I love it. It gives you the satisfaction of paprika, but it has something completely different. You're like, whoa, what's that? It's probably like chipotle. Anyways, I love it. So now I'm taking the chiles out, putting them straight into the blender, and they're nice and soft and pliable and flexible. So now I got the chiles in there. Look at that steam. And then I'm also going to put some of the broth in here just to help it blend. So right now the broth is kind of like a brown, ooh, beautiful caramel color. Look at that. But it's the chilies are going to make it into that nice red color. We gonna blend this baby up! Yeah. Oh, that smells so good. It's not as, it's almost like a puree right now. You can't really see, and I don't want it to be a puree. I want it to be more like a milk consistency. I know it's gross, milk and chiles, but so all that means is that I want to add more liquid into it. So I'll grab a little bit more from my soup, add that in just to make it blend a little bit better. Beautiful. So now what I'm gonna do is get a big bowl and a strainer, because you can probably see on the side of the blender there's all those chunks and seeds and all that kind of stuff. You don't want that in your soup, because those things get stuck to your teeth like crazy. And then you're smiling later in the day like, yeah, there's like big nasty chile right in there. Just pour this guy in, boom bada bing. And then I'll take the spoon that I was using and kind of mix it all around to just move the big chunks of the chile out of the way. And then what you're left with now is this nice liquidy, brothy. I mean, just think menudo, think pozole. That's how you make it right there. That's how you get that nice red saucy in there. So I'm just gonna pour that right into the broth, and then we'll incorporate with it, and it'll taste oh so good, so good. The equivalent of like 3 capfuls. But look, now I'm on camera. I'm actually measuring out. You guys made me nervous. So 3 capfuls in there. A lot of that will cook out anyway. It's not going to taste like apple cider vinegar. It just does something to the meat, I guess. I don't know.
There's some things that you do when you grow up that you saw your mom do or your dad do when they're cooking, and you don't know why they do it, but you do it even though you don't have an explanation. So Rudy, why do you put apple cider vinegar in your soup? I don't know.
Yeah, just ask Angela to tell you.
Who's Angela?
Angelo.
Angelo. Yeah, Angelo, you probably know why that goes in there. Because you're like super famous.
Master Chef.
Master Chef! No, he's Iron Chef.
Iron
That's
Chef.
it, Iron Chef. And he beat that guy. I don't care what anybody says. Alright, chipotle chili peppers.
Going in there. And this can actually get pretty spicy, so I'm not putting too much of that in. My lemon, I'm using a cheapo concentrate. I'm not using fresh lime because I'll buy limes and they'll go bad because I don't use them fast enough. So, oh my gosh. And then here's the other thing I do to save time. I love. Thank you, baby. Go ahead. I love fresh garlic, and I'm not afraid to smack it, chop it up, have my fingers smell like garlic all day long. But a lot of times, I'm so lazy. Look at that. Already minced garlic. I don't know what's in there. I just know there's garlic flavor, and it's already cut up for me. So I'm going to put a ton of it. I love garlic. Look at that. Just ginormous spoonful, right? And then soy sauce. I love a little bit of soy sauce in there. All right. And then, again, I have no real onion in there simmering, so I'm going to throw in a lot of garlic powder. And just go until my soul tells me it's enough.
It's not a Holy Spirit cooking.
And then this, I always just do like a little skimmer on the top.
The pepper. Then the ground bay leaves. I'm probably putting in probably a tablespoon worth. Okay, and then cumin. All right, same thing with the cumin, about a tablespoon. And then the ground clove. And I'm not gonna put too much of that because that's actually a pretty strong flavor. So a little bit of clove in there.
All right, so we started boiling around 6:12. It's now 6:26. So we still got some time. We're gonna let this cook another few minutes until everything gets nice and soft. I'll garnish it with this bad boy, or maybe I'll do the chives. Mira, I don't know what I want to do tonight. Do I want to do the chives or do I want to do the green onions? Peace.
We'll post a pic of the final product after. Hey guys, thanks for hanging in there and watching Rudy's cooking video. I know it was a lot longer than our normal videos, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, click subscribe and leave me some love in the comments. As always, I'll catch you on the flip side.